It sounds like a scene from the movie Animal House, a porn star teaching a group of college boys about sex, but there's no hanky-panky involved. Tasha Reign is using her experience as an adult film star to educate young men about an important topic, consent. And with ever-increasing allegations of sexual misconduct, Tasha thought it was time to take the discussion to ground zero, the fraternity house.
These boys feel comfortable asking me about consent because I am in my 20s. They watch movies that star people like me or maybe my own videos.
She's a porn star on a mission to educate fraternity boys about the do's and don'ts of sexual consent. And she comes with immediate street cred. Studies show that 9 out of 10 children between the ages of 8 and 16 learn about sex from porn.
I would say to the people that think that I'm part of the problem that sexual education should come from your government, it should come from your schools, it should come from parents. And you wouldn't learn how to drive from Vin Diesel in Fast and the Furious. You shouldn't learn how to have sex from adult films.
The rise of free and easily accessible internet porn has changed the way people watch X-rated content and the audience that consumes it, which now includes, like it or not, young kids and teens. Tasha hits back at the accusation that her work in adult films encourages young men to make bad choices like sexual assault.
Some adult films do teach about consent. Consent is when two parties are actively agreeing to an act. They gain permission from each other to partake in sexual activity.
Tasha has a degree in women's studies from UCLA and is working on her master's in journalism. She started acting in adult films after modeling for Playboy. The 29-year-old was giving a speech in sociology class about her experience in the adult film industry when a member of Alpha Epsilon Pi fraternity asked her to speak to a group of new pledges about sexual consent.
I've been talking to fraternity brothers for a little over a year. I have visited 5 different fraternities, and I pass around a bowl, and they're allowed to ask any anonymous question they want, and I give them as many solid answers as I can. The number one question that they usually ask me has to do with how they can gain consent during sex when both parties or one of the parties is intoxicated.
The answer is you can't have consensual sex when you're drunk and drinking beer. It doesn't work that way.
Tasha is hoping to spread the message about sexual consent beyond the fraternities she's already visited, writing an editorial for DailyBeast.com and appearing on HLN with Carol Costello.
I think that I get through to some of the boys some of the time, and I do know that they reach out to me afterwards through Instagram, through Twitter, and they thank me for coming and say that this type of education is something they wish was consistent throughout their entire lives. So I definitely know I'm having an impact in that capacity.
Studies show long before college, the best place for kids to learn about sex is from their parents. Children are watching everything you do, and experts say start the conversation early, and that will keep the lines of communication open.